Oops.
Okay, welcome everybody to week 1 of our Director Bound call. I just commend you for making the commitment to be here at 7 a.m. on a Saturday. And I know it's early. I know I'm tired. I know a lot of you are probably tired and not quite awake yet. But as leaders, we make sacrifices for our businesses. And to be honest with you, I think this is a great sacrifice because it means we're not working on an evening and taking away from that family time, and we still have our day ahead of us. So I commend you all for being here. We're going to go ahead and get rolling. So let's just go around and quickly share why you decided you wanted to be a part of this 4-week program. What is it that you're hoping to accomplish or get out of it? Because I'll just leave it at that. So I'm just going to go in the order that you're on my picture and call you out so we can kind of keep things moving. So Miss Marie.
I want to see what everybody else is doing, how everybody else is making this work.
Yeah, learn from others.
Yeah, learn from others.
Perfect.
And stuff, try to build this so I can have some extra income.
Yeah.
Extra money coming in, build a team, friends, relationships.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We've had a great start with that already, so
Yeah.
it'll be fun to build on that.
Yeah, that's
Good.
it. Strengthen relationships too.
Oh, what's
I'm
that?
trying to.
Strengthen relationships.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
I'm trying to figure out how to turn on my video.
Okay, are you on a phone or computer?
On my phone.
On your phone, just tap the screen, and then a little picture of a video recorder should show up on the bottom left.
Oh, there we go. Tap the screen. I was swiping all over the place trying to find it. Here I am.
Yay!
Happy morning.
Good morning.
Was
All
it
right.
my turn next?
What's that?
Was it my turn next? Is that what you said?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought that you said it was my turn.
It's all right.
No, I mean, I guess I just joined this call because it kind of finally started to become a reality for me. So I don't know. I honestly signed up because I think Cheryl and Marie were in the call when I first joined, and I signed up because I wanted the discount and I wanted to just sell it to friends and family, and then people just started showing up. So I was like, all right, well, I guess maybe we'll just do this. Like, this will be kind of fun. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to learn more about what it means to be a director and how to get there. And, you know, we're just kind of flying by the seat of our pants right now. So,
yeah.
So Kelly just signed her 3rd recruit last night or yesterday.
Good job.
yeah, I don't even know how that happened, honestly.
Wow.
So,
Well, you're doing something right. So I'm glad you're here. So we'll add some skill to what you're already doing, and it'll really take off. It'll be awesome.
that would be great.
Yeah. Good. Okay, Heidi, how about you?
Good morning. I am on the call just because, well, I just joined Pamper Chef on April 30th, so I would love to know, like, everybody else newbies too. Or
Yeah, we should share how
a
long.
while. But I just feel like if I'm going to do the business, I'm going to do it and kind of go all in, like maximize my time and the potential of, you know, what I can get out of it and what I can provide for my family. So like my first goal is having extra income to start paying off debt. And, you know, I think if you can get a team and work with some awesome people, that just excels that process. So, and I like what Marie said, you know, for networking and building relationships and just some other awesome people who have the same goals.
Mm-hmm.
And it's scary. And I think that sometimes when you're a little bit scared, that's probably a good thing. So
I don't know if you all have heard this, but we have this motto around here called "Do It Scared." Good. Welcome. So we'll just go back for a second. Marie, when did you sign up?
The end of February.
Okay.
26th of February. And I have a goal because the husband put it on me. He wants an RV. So I got to start making money for an RV.
Wow.
I have that written on a piece of paper over here.
That's good that you have that written down. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We'll get that RV. You can do
Yeah,
your
so we'll get
virtuals from your RV.
So basically, the first party I did, virtual party, was the beginning of March.
And then, Kelly, when did you join?
I joined March 31st, but my first real party that I did, like I said, I kind of just signed up to, I don't know, I wasn't really trying a whole lot. My first party that I did was almost 2 weeks ago now. And now things have just kind of blown up really fast. But yeah, I started March 31st, so not long ago.
Awesome. All right, Cheryl.
I signed up March 30th. And I don't know why I'm doing this on a Saturday morning, honestly. I think I want to learn more about the process. I signed up, I told my husband, give me that 120 days, see what I can do. If it works, then I'll keep going. If not, then I haven't lost anything. So.
Absolutely. I always think, so many people think about trying it, but they never cross that chicken line and then always wonder what if or what could have been. I sound like I'm talking about like getting married or something.
Oh.
But I commend people who try it and then find out for sure, because some people just take off like crazy, and for some people they find out it really isn't for them. But I think it's so much more commendable to try it and find out than to never try it, you know? So Cheryl, you're already a success.
And I just started my second group party last night.
Awesome.
Or
How many do you
No.
have in that party?
19 so far, and I didn't even get the link out until in the afternoon.
How many hosts?
2.
Okay. Cheryl's part of my team.
And
Yay.
Cheryl has already signed someone too, so that's exciting.
Yep. And one of the hosts of the party is my daughter. And the other one is someone who ordered from my sister's party when I did that group party in the middle of
Yeah.
April.
Yeah.
And she was like, I want to do a party, and come to find out she's done a ton of them in her house. So I'm nervous about making it good for her.
Oh, you'll make it good.
Oh,
You'll
it's
make it good.
virtual.
It's not even about you. The products are so good. They sell themselves. Like,
Yeah.
don't put too much pressure on yourself. Like, people just love Pampered Chefs. So
Yeah,
It'll
I'm
be
finding that out.
That's like the
Yeah.
party that I'm doing now. The host said, she said, you don't have to do videos if you don't want, just show the product and people will buy. Like,
Or use the
okay,
home office
but,
videos.
huh?
Or use the home office videos.
That's it. That's what I've been doing. And I have gone live, but it's pretty
Okay.
much the products are doing it themselves.
Awesome. All right, we're gonna keep going just because I don't want to run out of time here. We've got some of you guys want to have a coffee talk at 8, so we got to make sure we're done for that too. So Miss Mary, talk to us.
I signed up on the 9th of May and sent out the links to my hosts yesterday, and I don't know how many they have signed up, but yeah, my first block party starts Tuesday, and I'm here just to find out more. I signed up because I wanted free product, so and the discount. So I was like, yeah, I'll try it and we'll see.
Yeah.
And I'll get to see Sarah some more, and maybe some spunk will wear off. Maybe I'll become a morning person. No, I don't think so.
Awesome. I'm glad you decided to join us, Mary. All right, Miranda.
Let's see. I'm here because I just want to at least make an attempt to do well at this. I really want to pay off some debt. I want to try and buy a house next year. We moved from Minnesota to Kentucky almost 2 years ago, and just kind of life rebooted. And so just trying to restart my life doing full-time massage, like getting enough clientele to keep that going, has been interesting in itself. My husband settled into his job really well, but I just want that little bit of extra. My kids are all involved in expensive sports, unfortunately, as well. I've got a hockey player, horseback riding, club soccer. So you name it, I've got it going on right now. So, or at least I did until everything shut down. So I'm just looking to be able to kind of catch up with everything and maybe start putting some money away for down payment on a house for next year.
Yeah.
So.
How's Kentucky?
It's gloomy and raining right now, but it's like 60 degrees out. So
Would you recommend living there?
I
Now
love it.
Yeah.
Minnesota, I don't know where you're from, but
We're in Minnesota and my husband wants to get out. That's why I'm asking.
Oh.
I love it here. I grew up in Brooklyn Park, and it's just outside Minneapolis, and it's so busy. And so now we live in Georgetown, Kentucky, which is about 20 minutes outside Lexington. So Lexington is probably like Lexington and Louisville are the two like major cities in Kentucky. Louisville is more like a Minneapolis on a smaller scale, and Lexington is more like St. Paul on a smaller scale. So, but with us living about 20 minutes outside the city, there's farm country and farmland and horses and just countryside everywhere instead of city lights and all that kind of stuff. So it's just beautiful then.
Good to know. Thank you. Sorry, Sarah.
That's all right. All right. So thank you all for going around and sharing. And this is fun because all of you are very new with Pampered Chef. And that means you all are within your fast track window. And so as we talk about promoting to director, that means you all have a lot of bonus money on the table as well. So that's kind of fun. That's really fun too. So what, this is a director bound program, but in addition to promoting to director, people who implement these things are likely going to earn the trip, the cruise, for 2 people. We have till the end of the year to earn that. You will promote, you will earn extra income. You will be establishing more relationships. I know, Marie, you were talking about that. And there's just helping other people reach their goals, which sounds like a nice fluffy thing until you actually see it happen, until you have someone on your team who is like, oh my gosh, all of a sudden I can make my car payment. Or, oh my gosh, all of a sudden this is going to pay for my mortgage. Or, I just cut out my credit card with the Dave Ramsey program. Or, those kinds of things. And when you see the difference it's making in their lives, whoa, like you just want to keep doing that with people and helping people with that. So I'm excited for you guys as some of you are starting to taste that a little bit, to really be able to expand that part of the perks to the business as well. So as we get started, I just want to tell you that whenever you join a program like this, either through our organization or a program that the company is offering, if you follow the steps, if you do the work that's presented before you, and really dive into the program with both feet, you're going to see success. You absolutely will. Anytime I've done a program through the home office, it happens. Like way back when they had this program called 90 Days to Director. And so I signed up for that and I followed it. And guess what? In 90 days, I was a director. And this is kind of the same thing, only the modern day version. It's a 4-week program, not a 3-month program. But if you follow this, you'll be a director within 90 days. Some of you will be a director within 30 days. Some of you within 60 days. And if you, maybe director isn't what you're going for. Maybe it's the, other things, but you're going to see success. You'll definitely be more successful after this than you were going into it as you implement the thing. So I just want to encourage you with that. So what exactly, or what I want to do right now is just show you our structure. I want to explain the team that you're on so you understand where we're going, and then we're going to break it down to where you fit into that. So I'm just going to share my screen here. Let's see. We'll pull up Facebook. Let's go to the Shining Stars. Got to be right in front of me somewhere here. difference. Here we go. Okay. Oh, Miranda, there's your message. Sorry. Okay, so you all have seen this banner at the top of the Shining Stars. This is what I want to focus on. So this is our team right now. We are a senior director team, and there are only 100-some senior director teams in the company. And we are on our way to being an executive team. And when we become an executive team, there are going to be a lot of perks for all of us. I'll have like access to a concierge line that's going to give me a lot of help. There's, I will be able to be, or I can attend like a leadership conference or a leadership meeting with the other execs and have a voice for you. I'll be able to represent our team to like all the high ups within the company when they come together for executive seminar. There will be special training just for execs. We get the insider info ahead of everybody else, and more advanced training that I can pass on to you that's going to strengthen your businesses. So those are just some of the perks. Oh, and we get special seating and stuff like that when we have conferences, so that'll be fun. So each star here represents a director team in our organization. And in order to become an executive team, we'll have 6 stars on this first line. So this is first gen directors. So these are directors who are from my personal team. So people that I personally recruited who become director would be the first gen directors. And then we also need 2 second gen directors as well to become an executive team. And the second gen directors are people who promoted from within the first generation teams. So for example, Jenny Smith is someone who promoted from Molly's team, Molly Luman's team. And Tisha Hagan, she was in Director Bound this last session and she promoted during the program. And she is from Katie Randolph's team. So that's how that works. So Darcy Weingartner, she was with us for the last Director Bound that just wrapped up last week. She's promoting this month as well. And then we have a couple more who might pop this month. And so you'll see their names up here. And then Angela Nelson, who was part of Director Bound last time, she is promoting this month. And she is from Michelle DeLong's team, so she'll be a second gen. So these stars are filling up each month. So that's kind of fun and that's super exciting for everybody. Now you might be wondering about the green versus the blue stars. So the green stars mean that that team has qualified as a director team. And in order to qualify for the month, there needs to be 5,000 in team sales. And so you can see like Jenny Smith's team here, they're at 2,200 in sales. Actually, this needs to be updated. They're at 4,000 in sales right now. And as soon as they hit the 5,000 mark, then they're considered a green team for the month. And then we'll flip her star to green. So does that all make sense? I'm going to stop sharing so I can see your faces. Does that make sense? Do you guys understand the structure, where we're at, where we're headed as an entire organization? So now I'm going to talk about the director level and what the requirements are to get your name on a star, right? So there's 5 points on a star, and that represents that you need 5 people on your team to promote to director. Okay, now the 5 people do not have to be personal recruits. So let's take Marie, for example. Marie shared the business with Cheryl. Cheryl shared the business with Louie. Now, Marie has Cheryl and Louie both counting as people on her team. So just so you know, it's anybody within your team who's recruiting will count towards your 5, okay? And then Cheryl, obviously Louie counts towards your 5 as well. The next requirement in order to promote to director, as I mentioned, is 5,000 in team sales. So that includes your sales. All right. So between the 6 of you, you've got that. So Kelly, for example, you want to promote. You already have 5,000 in team sales for the month. So you have that leg complete for this month. So that's awesome. The next thing is I should have said this before, all 5 people on your team need to be active. And what that means is they have submitted $150 for the month.
For the month, okay.
For the month. And then you personally need to submit $750 for the month. Okay, so you're at $750. You've got 5 people who are at least at $150, and together you all are at $5,000. That's what it takes to promote to director. Now, once you promote, moving forward, you do not have to have 5 active consultants on your team. The only requirement to maintain your director status is team sales of 5,000 for the month. So we never work to minimums as a leader, because if you're working to minimums, you're going to be sweating bullets every month, right? Like, oh, we need 5,000, we're at 3,000, you're going to be sweating bullets. You always want to be going for 7,000 or 8,000 in sales. And then as far as, you know, getting your 5 people, if you're like, oh, I'm just going to get my 5 and then I'm done, and then they kind of start dropping off, then that puts so much pressure on you to be selling 5,000 by yourself every month, and then you're going to be sweating bullets. So once you hit your 5, it's not like you're golden. You always are going to be sharing the business and growing your personal team so that you have 10 people, you have 15 people, because then that just takes, it takes a lot of pressure off of everybody then. Because you don't want to work to minimums, but they have to have some kind of minimum in place, you know, for a launching point for, you know, how you actually qualify as a director. But once you hit that, you want to keep rolling forward. So do you guys have any questions about the requirements to get to director and what that takes? Okay, so then let's talk about the benefits of directorship, because this is where it gets really fun. So
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So to stay active, you need to have 5 people still? Okay.
No. What the first month you have to have all 5 who submit 150. Months 2 through forever, the only qualification to stay active as a director is 5,000 in sales.
Okay.
So in theory, for the rest of the time, could you just submit 5,000 yourself? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's talk about the perks, or were there any other questions? Okay, perks to directorship. First of all, when you promote, you get all the newest line products free. Right? So Darcy and Angela, who are promoting this month out of last time's Director Bound, their promotion date will be May 1st, and then Paper Chef will send them the whole spring line for free. The air fryer, like the whole thing. Yes. And then we also are on the cusp of the new fall products being announced, and we're working on earning those right now. Directors will get all that for free as well. There are some requirements, but if you're working your business, you get them. I think you have to submit a certain amount in sales 3 out of the last 4 months. But if you're meeting your director numbers, then you're already doing that.
If you're earning, I have a question, sorry.
Yeah.
So right now we're earning free fall products. If you're a director and they send it to you for free, are you still earning extras on top of it? Ew, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you get doubles of a lot, of almost everything.
Okay.
And typically at the director level, you're earning the higher levels of the sales incentives too. So yes, you will get doubles. So that's really nice, because if you know, sometimes people ask for donations for things, you know, for causes, for silent auctions. So you have a stash that you can use. Sometimes I use things to give away to my team. You know, like sometimes we play bingo around here, and then I'll use those things for bingo
I
prizes.
haven't done that for a while.
We didn't do it last month.
Pantry must be.
This is my coffee. I should not be drinking this.
Why?
We won't tell.
Why?
It's got to be the keto version, right?
They have that?
It's a caramel coloring and no sugar. That would be so gross. Gross.
I won't say what's in my cup.
Okay, I don't even know where we're talking about the director benefits. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, so free products. Yeah, so you might use it to give away to your team. You can use it as booking leverage. Sometimes we all get in spells where we're like, oh my gosh, I can't do any bookings. And so then you could run an incentive. Okay, Molly, here's an example. She's running an incentive right now. She wanted to get 10 parties booked, so like 2 block parties. And so she threw her extra blender on the line. And she said, I need 10 parties in the next 2 weeks. Every new host who signs up to be part of a block party in the next 2 weeks will have your name in the drawing. And after those 10 parties are held, one of the hosts will walk away with my blender.
Wow.
Right? So you have some leverage, you know, if you have some kind of hole you're trying to fill in your business, that you could use as well. Okay, so that's one of the really fun perks to being a director is the products. Another one is you get a raise. And there's a few ways that you get a raise. So first of all, I'm just going to break down a couple levels because this is probably new information. When you have your first person join your team, then you promote to a senior consultant. And that means, sorry, I'm all burpy after that Coke. After that means you'll earn a 1% raise on what you're already selling, and you'll earn 1% on what they are selling. And then when you have 2 people who join your team, now this has to be 2 personal recruits. So if you recruit someone and they recruit someone, that's just 1 line. But if you recruit someone and then you recruit someone else, that's 2 lines. So when you have 2 active lines and they each submit 150 and you submit 750 and together you're submitting 2,500, then you promote to team leader. And at team leader, your raise goes to 2% on your sales and 2% on what your team is selling. And if any of your teammates have recruited somebody, you'll earn 1% on what that second line is selling, okay? And then when you get to 5 people on your team and you promote to director, then you get more. So your raise goes up to 3% on you and your team. And for each active consultant on your team, meaning they've submitted 150 for the month, you get a $10 activity bonus. So that first month, when you have all 5 people who are active, that's an extra $50 that they'll add to your paycheck. And it might be like, oh, $10, that's not very much. Or 3%, that's not very much. But when you take a little and you get a lot of littles, it adds up to a lot, okay? So for example, when I promoted to director, I had my 5 people that I started with, and I got the $50 bonus, just like all of you will. And then as I've grown, now my activity bonus, you know, I might have 35 active people on my personal team in a month. So that's an extra $350. So it starts to add up. Even when you get 10 people, that's an extra $100 for the month. Would anybody turn away an extra $100? No.
That's not just the first month, that's every month.
Every month you'll
Okay.
get a $10 bonus activity. It's called the activity bonus. Now, this is designed because as a director, there are some expenses that come with running a team. So if you want to send out prizes to your team, let's say, so we do the booking blitz, right? Oh, I need to do my drawing for that. And each director will send some kind of a prize to a teammate who participated in the booking blitz, right? And so that's going to cost money to buy the prize. If you're not using your stash, it's going to cost money to ship the prize. We're going to be coming together for conference, so there's going to be some expenses for me. Like I'm going to get a room so we can all watch conference together, those kinds of things. There are just expenses that come with having a team, and that's why they give you the activity bonus. So you'll have that $50 every month or however much, so that when you want to mail, a little recognition reward to your top seller, you have some extra money to do that, right? So they're really thoughtful in incorporating that into our businesses. And then one other perk, this is for everybody, and I don't know that we've talked about this a lot lately, is when someone joins your team and they submit the first $12.50, we do talk about how if you're in your fast track days, you get a $100 bonus. But what we don't talk a lot about is you also get 50 Pampered Chef dollars. This isn't just for new consultants. This is for everybody. And you can use your PC dollars to buy products or to buy business supplies, like catalogs, if we ever start using catalogs again. And you can use it, normally you can use it to pay for conference registration. Since we're in overflow right now, we're not allowed to use it for overflow, but normally you can use it for conference registration. And those PC bucks add up, right? So if you've personally recruited 5 people and they're promoting to director, that's 250 Pampered Chef dollars sitting in your account. Now, if you want to buy the newest products, you get a 50% discount. So if you have 250 Pampered Chef bucks sitting in your account with a 50% discount on new stuff, that's $500 in products that you can buy that you don't have to pay for out of pocket. So let's say if you don't reach the top level of the new product sell-a-thon that we're doing right now, then you can buy the other stuff at half price and use your PC bucks to pay for it. Okay, so that's a really nice perk for all consultants as well. Other perks to directorship, you get to be part of the Director Success Facebook group, and there's a lot of good info in there. When you guys ask me questions and I don't know the answer, I go to the Director Success and ask there. You get to be a part of the nationwide leader calls with the home office, and you get to hear what's going on behind the scenes. You get to hear, they're very transparent with things, and so you get a really good feel for the company and where we're at and where we're going. You get training every month direct from the home office and the top leaders. You get personal development. You get $100 of personal development money every year that you can use. You get trip points. So when you are paid as a director, you get 1,000 trip points every month towards the cruise. And at the team leader level, you get 500 points. So when you have your 2 people, you get 500 points for that month.
How many points is the cruise?
So the first level is 60,000 points. And when you are paid as a director, again, you get 1,000 points. When you promote to director, you get 3,000 or 5,000. I'd have to double check here. When you have one of your new consultants hit their first 1250, you get 3,000 points. So if you have 5 people that have personally joined you and they all qualify, that's 15,000 points, which suddenly makes 60 feel not so far away, right? It's a quarter of your points right there. And then it's 5,000. When you promote to director, you get 5,000 points. So lots of fun perks to directorship. A lot of fun perks. Any questions about that?
You said 50% discount on products. Is that, like, right now we get what, 20% off?
So yes and yes. So the newest line is 50% off. So all the spring products right now you can order at 50% off. Plus they have kept the the blender and the pressure cooker at 50% off because they want consultants to have those products. Yeah. And then all of the older products you get 20% off. Okay, so there's another perk to Director. Your 20% discount goes up to 30% discount.
Hmm.
Okay.
So that's kind of fun too. Yep. So then when the fall stuff comes out, the spring stuff will be 20% off and the new fall stuff will be 50% off. They do that because they want you to have the new products in addition. Because if you're using them, then you're going to be able to sell them, right?
Do we just go on our website and order it and it automatically populates the discount, or how does that work?
Yeah, that's a good question. You just go to Consultant's Corner, and then one of the options on the left is supply order or personal order, one of those two. So you just click on that and place your order and it'll come up. Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so as far as this program goes, so what you can expect from me is I'll show up every week at 7 a.m. and I will train you on different business skills and help encourage you and celebrate your successes. And then I'll also do a one-on-one coaching call with you each week to help you specifically with where you're at with things. And what you can bring to the table is showing up also at 7 a.m. on Saturday mornings. If you're sick or can't make it for that reason, not because you slept in, then I will record it and you can watch the replay. But I will tell you that if you were here in person, you're going to get much, much more out of it. And if I'm making the commitment to be here at 7 a.m., I do ask that you make the commitment to be here at 7 a.m. too. And then you also will want to do one kind of training outside of what we're doing here each week. So you could listen to the Coffee Talk, which is Saturday mornings at 8, but they're all recorded. So you can go into the Coffee Talk group. It's a Facebook group. You have to have Pampered Chef in your Facebook profile somewhere. That's how they let you into the group. So if they don't see Pampered Chef on your Facebook, they're not going to accept your request to join.
I don't think.
And
Is that an actual Facebook group or, okay.
Yep. And they do excellent trainings every week. They're like 30 minutes, so they're short and concrete and to the point. And if you want tips on bookings, you can just go through the replays and find one on bookings and listen to that. So you'll get a wealth of knowledge there. Or do some kind of dash training each week. So it's up to you which one you would want to do. And then also just have a teachable mindset. And I also ask that we just keep things positive. Does that mean you can't come and share concerns? No, you absolutely can. But we're going to be solution-minded, and we're not going to be focusing on the negative. All right. But we do a really good job of that anyways. And so, but I just always want to take a minute and acknowledge that. So I'm just going to be really straightforward with you guys. The way that you are going to promote to Director is by having a strong personal business, by having parties every week, doing your block parties every 4, add 1 more. Okay, so the 4 parties every week, and then having somebody join your team for every 4th party that you're doing. And that's just kind of a numbers game. If you're in front of enough people each week in your parties, then the recruits are just going to come. Kelly, you're seeing it firsthand. You're like, oh my gosh, I started doing parties and now they're signing up, right? It just happens. Yeah. And so, I mean, there's things that we need to do to help make that happen, of course, but it is a numbers game, and that is what it boils down to. So what we want to do is make sure, so step 1 is make sure that you have 4 parties lined up for next week. And if you don't, then that's what we need to do, is spend some time getting your party calendar lined up. So we are going to do our own little booking blitz. So at the beginning of the month, we always kick off an org-wide booking blitz, and I have a goal that's typically about a week. Like if we need this much, then I'm going to do a drawing and give away a $50 gift card. And after the 7th or whatever the cutoff date is, we keep sharing our bookings on there, because it just gives us some momentum, doesn't it? It's exciting to see other people get bookings. It makes me want to get more bookings when I see everybody else getting bookings, and we share how we got those bookings, which can kind of be eye-opening and inspiring and give us ideas like, oh, that worked for them. Well, maybe I'll try that too. So that is still kind of rolling, but our group is going to do our own little booking blitz this week. because we want to get our 4 parties lined up for next week if we don't already have them, and 4 for the week after that. Okay, so we're gonna do a little a reach out contest, and so I want you to be tracking your reach outs in a notebook or on a spreadsheet, and each day you can post, or it doesn't even have to be each day, but just as you're doing it, you can we'll start a thread in our Director Bound group and let us know. Oh, I just made 5 reach outs. A reach out just means you ask somebody for a booking, okay? And we will cheer each other on, and let's see. Should we turn this into a contest? Some
I
friendly
need the right words to say.
Okay, we'll talk about that. I'll start a thread, and I'll do Happy Mail for the most reach outs between now and next Saturday. Okay, I gotta write this down or I'll forget. Okay, now what to say when we're reaching out for bookings,
Especially to people who have ordered in current and recent parties.
Okay,
That's what that's what I need help with.
okay. So before we get into specific word choices, I want to talk about our language when we're looking for bookings. We want to use language that is determined and not desperate. Okay, we don't want any desperation language. Desperation language is pushy, it's salesy, it's focused on you, not on them. It lacks confidence and trust. It uses phrases like, if you can help me out, or I need help, or I'm trying to reach my goal and I just need this. Okay, so that's what we want to set aside. And what we want to focus on is determination language. So determination language is confident, it's sincerely curious, it's flexible. It demonstrates genuine excitement for your work. It's authentic. And it uses phrases like, I thought of you because, I'd love to help you get, and wouldn't it be fun to, da, 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 da. Okay, you guys see the difference?
Yep.
All right, so what kind of language, what kind of word choices can we use when we are reaching out to somebody who has recently placed an order? First of all, you can send a thank you. You get an email, right? Every time somebody orders, you get that email. And it said, I find them helpful because it tells you whose party they ordered from. And so on the email, it has their contact info, including their phone number. So you can push down on that phone number and it'll pull up so you can text them. And then you can shoot them a text and say, hey, Susie, it's Marie with Pampered Chef. Thank you so much for your order through Sally's Party. You are going to love whatever they got, good choice. And if you want to send a recipe to go with it, you can. You don't have to. You could just thank them. And then what you could do is you could ask if they would like to, well, there's a couple ways. So one, you could ask if there's anything on their wish list from the party that they didn't order.
Okay.
And if they say, oh yeah, I'd love to get that air fryer, then you can come back and say, oh my gosh, I would love to help you get that in your kitchen. How about if I treat you and your friends to a quick virtual party and get you that for half price? Notice the focus is on them, right? Let me treat you, let me get you half price. Now, if they say no, nope, I don't need anything else.
Yeah.
Then you could, well, what's another, do you guys have any ideas off the top of your head?
I mean, I've been using kind of like the relationship thing with everybody being stuck in the house right now and mental health being such an issue right now with isolation. Is that the word?
Isolation, yes.
Yeah. And so people just need that social aspect in their life. So it's like, do something fun with your friends. Let's get together. We can, play some games and just have a blast, and no pressure environment. That's kind of what I've been saying, just because I know I'm struggling being stuck in the house. So I imagine others are too.
That's a great idea. That's awesome. Another angle you could take this month is we have the Hope Lodge fundraisers and the food shelf fundraisers, the Feeding America fundraisers, where Pampered Chef is doubling the donation. So normally they would give 15% to those causes, and now they're giving 30%. So if you aren't familiar, Hope Lodges normally offer housing to cancer patient families while their loved one is receiving treatment, and it's a free place for them to stay. They have converted Hope Lodges to house healthcare professionals so that they have a place to stay without exposing their family to COVID. So they can stay there for free right now while they're working in the front lines. So you could weave that in somehow. You could, if they say, no, I got everything I wanted, you could be like, awesome. Okay, so how can we phrase this? Do you know anybody, or how are you doing with COVID? Do you know anybody on the front lines or anyone in healthcare or in you or your family? And they probably know somebody, right? And then you could say, if you'd like, I'm really on a mission to help honor those people. And I would love to partner with you and honor that loved one. And we could do a fundraiser where the money goes to Hope Lodge to support this cause. Would you be interested in partnering together to do that? So again, you're still keeping the focus on them and the person that they know who is in healthcare, and trying to, create some support that way. Does that make sense? So that's a little bit more time sensitive because that's through May, but we still have 2 weeks that you could pull that together. If it's not May and that isn't what you want to say, then you could ask if there's an organization near and dear to their heart. And maybe they say, yeah, I love whatever, St. Jude. Then you could offer to do a fundraiser for that. So do you feel like you have something you can say to your people when you're messaging them about their orders?
Yes.
Okay.
Not yet.
Yeah, Mary's gonna get her first round of orders next week. Does anybody feel like we need ideas on words to say for other booking scenarios? Or do you feel like you have ideas and momentum and you're doing okay? Or you have the tools?
The texting tip was helpful because I keep hearing, message them. And if you're not friends with people on Facebook and you're doing virtual parties, those messages get lost. And this is my first group of parties this week. So that's been tricky, is figuring out ways to get them to connect with me better so that I have that opening. So it's kind of my goal for next week's block party.
Perfect. So during your parties this week, find any and every reason you can for them to be messaging you. Message me the answer to this game. Message me for this. Message me for a catalog, right? And then just get that relationship going where you're just like, how you doing with COVID? Okay, and not asking for a booking, not asking for anything, but just building that relationship. And you can start with that too, Marie, even in the texting. When you think them for the order, you can say, how are you doing with isolation? And then based on the response, you can lead into Kelly's suggestion, right? Or when they say, oh, we're doing okay, whatever, be like, awesome, I'm glad to hear that. Do you have any loved ones in healthcare? How's that going? But it needs to be a genuine conversation, right? But then finding opportunities where you can bless them through your business somehow. as well, be it through products they want or supporting with COVID, with social outlets or financial contributions to the community, that kind of thing. Okay, very good. So you're going to want to track your contacts this week. If you don't have 4 parties lined up for this week, I would encourage you 30 contacts a day until you get that done. And it might be like 30 contacts a day. Yep. And you know what? It's going to be worth it because you're going to get your calendar booked and then you're going to start getting that momentum. And hopefully once we get a couple weeks worth of block parties where you have 4 in each party, we'll be helping you get bookings from those parties so that you don't feel like you're reaching out to your friends and family all the time, because a lot of people here are brand new and we want to get you out of that circle as quickly as we can. Okay, so we just have 3 minutes left. So let me see what else we want to do. Okay, so we're going to talk about the other thing that's really important. Well, there's sales, bookings, and recruiting. Those are the 3 pieces that we need out of every party. So the sales, we're not really talking about sales right now, but we're going to talk bookings and we're going to talk recruiting. So you will want to ask your hosts about the business. They are the #1 lead for who will join your team. If you have not already, you're going to want to go back to your hosts from last week, even the week before, and share the opportunity with them. Okay, and so you could, if you haven't talked about the opportunity at all with them, then you could just send them a message, check in and see if they maybe haven't gotten their products if they just ordered in the last week or 2. But thank them again for hosting and just say, this might be the farthest thing from your mind, but I haven't been able to stop thinking about how much fun it would be to work together. Are you in the market for some extra income? You'd be so good at this because you did such a great job with your party, right? And get the conversation going that way. If they are currently a host, does anybody have parties they're about to close right now?
I do.
Okay, Marie and Heidi. All right. Then
And I've already pitched it 5, 6 times and she says, no, 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 no. I said, okay, I hear you.
Marie, that is perfect.
Good job.
Every host 5 times.
That's not the answer I wanted to hear.
They're gonna come. They're gonna come. If it's not this week, it's next week. But if you're consistent, then it's going to come. So those of you who have parties that are wrapping up, then you want to do the unique situation phrase. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? You're in a position to give the business a shot. Okay, so real quick, you'll just tell them, I lay out their host benefits. So far you get this, 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 and this. And part of that is the kit credit. And I just say, I don't know if they've been saying no so far. Then I say, I know that you said previously that you were not interested in the business. Heidi, I did this to you. I know you said before you weren't interested, but I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't tell you that you are in a really unique position to try it. Because here's why. You get a discount on the kit with your kit credit. You get all the bookings from your party to get started. You've got bookings in your lap. You get a rebate right now. You can earn a 100% rebate on your kit. You can earn the new consultant products, and you can earn the fall products right now. So you could try it for 30 days and see how you like it. And if you don't like it, at least you tried, and you're gonna walk away with a pocket full of cash and a paycheck. And if you do like it, then you're getting all these things. And so I just always present that unique position because you get a discount on the kit and bookings in your lap. So why not give it a shot? So make sure that we're doing that this week with all of our hosts, offering them the opportunity. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this call up because it is 8 o'clock. So keep a close eye on our Director Bound page, and I'll start a thread where you can share your contacts that you're making. I'll explain it in the thread what to do. And then I'll also do a post where we can set up a time for a coaching call this week. And we really want to work on getting 4 parties booked and for this week and next week, and on sharing the opportunity with our hosts. And that is going to launch us forward in your business. Sound good?
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Have a happy Saturday, you guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, you too.
All right. Bye.
Bye.